Hello, Simmers! Welcome to my second speed build video. Today I am speed building a coffee shop, and I actually did this build while I was sitting in a coffee shop. So this build is actually highly influenced by the coffee shop I was sitting in, and that's Hopscotch Coffee, which is why the title of this video is Hop Sim Coffee. I felt like I needed to give them some sort of credit where credit is due. This coffee shop is actually it's like a suite in a building. So that's why the outside is kind of windowless, because only the one end of their building is facing the outside, or the two ends, I guess. And that's the only place where they had windows. This is literally my favorite coffee shop to go to. So that's why I decided to build it in The Sims. I felt like I get this awesome coffee all the time. My Sims deserve this awesome coffee. I really still kind of don't like those industrial lights that I placed. They're a little bit too big. I almost wish that I would go back and place the other ones that you'll see me place in the hallway later on. So here I am kind of adding in the coffee makers and coffee related things, or something that looks like it goes with coffee. I was trying to recreate their shelving unit, which is really hard to do in The Sims. I don't remember what I ended up doing there. I think I still left it like that for the most part. They do have a very small bakery case, but The Sims only has the really big bakery cases, so I decided to just leave it out. Don't need it there. It takes up too much counter space. Whenever at the end of the counter you're seeing me place, well, you're seeing me place all the stuff that you put in your coffee, or things that look like what you put in the coffee. So like the barbecue bottles that I placed are supposed to be like the honey and the sweeteners and all that good stuff. And those two milk jug thingies are supposed to be like the spigots where you get your own coffee from if you're just drinking regular coffee and not like a latte or anything fancy like I normally get. And I decided to liven it up with some plants and coffee cups and that little pig dude. While I was doing this, I realized that The Sims 4 does not have any hanging plants other than the ones that you can hang from the windows that are like the window boxes. And I'd really like to have some hanging plants, because they had a hanging plant behind their counter, but I couldn't put it in, so all the plants you're seeing me place weren't actually there. I just thought they looked pretty. And over here, the area I'm working in right now, in the actual coffee shop, on those shelving units right there, shelves, I guess they're not shelving units, they're shelves, is where they have their bags of coffee for sale. So this coffee shop actually roasts their coffee in-house. And so when I got to the area where they have their roaster, because it's out in the open, you can see it, I didn't know what to put there, so I just left it empty because there's nothing that looks like a coffee roaster. And you'll see me here, I'm going to start working on the seating. They have this bench seating against this wall, which is actually where I was sitting, right in that corner. That corner. But it doesn't look like logs like that, but that's the closest thing I could find to a bench seating. So I think the logs don't really match with the rest of it, but it's okay. It's against a wall in a corner. Not there. And then there's the bar area, where behind the bar is where they keep their coffee roaster. So you'll see me kind of try different things and nothing really works out for me. And I'll just end up leaving it blank, not putting anything there. I tried to size up a coffee maker, but it said I had to put it on something, and I was like, well, screw you. Be that way. Where I put that painting, they actually have paintings of lions. Really just random paintings of lions. Doesn't make any sense. And that's like their little workstation office sort of area where they keep all of their, I think they keep all of their roasting recipes there actually. I'm not sure. I didn't go back there. Here's the couch sitting area. While I was here, there were actually people sitting at these couches, and they were playing cards at these tables, which the tables that they have there are actually small with like a glass tabletop, and they're really movable. They move them around. But in The Sims, you can't do that. So here I am still once again struggling with what to do with that corner. Then I finally decided, let's put some paint on the walls. Which the paint color actually does match. This doesn't match because their wallpaper is like hand painted with their emblem, their hopscotch coffee emblem, and like all kinds of little random things that were just hand painted on the walls. Really nice. Here are the bathrooms, which I had actually never been in their bathrooms. But on my way out, I saw that they were actually a lot smaller than what I made them. But hey, whatever. It doesn't have to be a perfect rendition. It's just a public bathroom. Nothing special there. Yeah, I kind of struggled with, they were so skinny. When you wanted to place things on the wall, it was hard to see. And then I struggled with what color to make the accent wall. And trying to get things to... For some reason I was having problems hanging stuff at the right height that I wanted it. It would hang it way too high. And it was really annoying. I thought about putting a plant in that corner, but I ended up leaving it blank. I slapped a painting on the wall and said, okay, good enough, it's just a bathroom. I wanted to put those posters on the corkboard, but I tried and it would put it behind the corkboard where you couldn't see the posters because they have like a big poster wall. I really like what I did with this corner right here, which is like the only hanging plants available in The Sims. This is not at the actual coffee shop. There's a bakery in town that I frequent that has like a plant wall like that. That's really pretty. So that's kind of where I got that idea from. And now I'm putting in the rugs that are in front of the counter and at the front door. And finally, I think I'm gonna get working on the outside. I think I'm the only Sims builder that works on the outside last. Which, I painted this brick, but you're gonna see in the screenshots that I went through and changed it to siding because after I left, I realized the building was not brick, it was siding. It's green siding that I made it, but in real life, it's like this really pretty bright yellow siding. But The Sims doesn't have any yellow siding. They have that one that's kind of yellow, but it's not really bright. So I really wish The Sims would have some bright yellow siding. It is my favorite color. So, hey Sims. You want to make it for me since you know I'm so important and it's my favorite color? I actually like the way that this roof ends up turning out. I struggled with that little gap area right there, but then hey, I got smart and figured out how to fix it. Oh, also in the screenshots, you're going to see me go back through and change these stairs. I don't think I changed them on camera. I changed them to match the concrete that I put down because I thought that it looked weird having wood stairs and then like the concrete flooring. That's their back door that I usually go in because they have parking out back. I also did not landscape this a lot whatsoever because number one, I don't really like landscaping. I'm not very good at it. Number two, I feel like you could probably landscape it to go with your surroundings. You could always add on to this building. Like I said, since it's only a suite in a bigger building, I just kind of left it open for you to do your landscaping to match with whatever you're doing. I really actually like my use of that roofing. I don't like that kind of roofing in real life, but it really works here on this kind of a building. Okay, yay, I'm finally getting to the outside. They have a small seating area outside and it was so beautiful yesterday whenever I was at this actual coffee shop in real life. I should have sat outside, but I don't think there were any plugins outside and my computer definitely would have died. Ooh, here are the beautiful screenshots. Sorry that it was night time when I took these screenshots. I had no control over that. Stupid Sims. Because I did it in live mode. I also wanted to say something about one of these screenshots. The ambient lighting I put in was too bright in this area right here. And in one of the screenshots, you can see that one of the shelves is completely whited out. I just want to say that I fixed that. I fixed the ambient lighting. That shelf is no longer whited out. So if you want to go download this on the gallery, it's up there. My origin ID, that shelf right there in the background in the blue. I fixed that. It doesn't look like that anymore. I didn't notice it till the screenshots though. So anyways, my origin ID is Darky Snipery. Thank you for watching. Happy simming.